16 states are suing the federal government over the end of the DACA program, which was announced yesterday. And today, Microsoft says they plan to fight the government if they come after any of their employees who were brought to America by undocumented parents. Joining us now to discuss DACA reform is Ed Espinoza from Progress, Texas, and Travis County GOP Chairman Matt Mackowiak. Gentlemen, thanks for being here.
Thank you.
Good to be here.
Ed, starting with you, President Trump has called Democrats obstructionists. Are threats of lawsuits another example of that?
No, absolutely not. Democrats have been pushing for this plan from day one. DACA is a Democratic program put in place when the Congress failed to act. And this DREAM Act that's been working its way through the Congress for a number of years was ultimately stopped in the Senate when Republicans decided to filibuster the bill. Look, the Democrats want this bill to go through. There are some Republicans that want it to go through, but we need all Republicans on board so that we can work together and have a workable solution. Comprehensive immigration reform. The president may not understand this, but congressional leaders certainly do, and hopefully they'll start to take action based on it.
Matt Mackowiak, you talked yesterday about Congress needing to come together. How realistic is that when the same Congress is also being asked to find money to build a wall between the U.S. and Mexico?
Well, we saw today the president cut a short-term deal to fund the government and to raise the debt ceiling. So that gets that, and I think to pass a small piece of the Harvey relief funding. So that gets that past us, and that was a crucial kind of agreement that had to come before September 30th. Now, the question is, can Republicans and Democrats come together on DACA? And they have 6 months to do that. They have till March 5th. You know, Democrats have been, quote, resisting Trump from the very beginning. They've been opposing everything he proposes, everything he says, almost before he says it. This is really going to, I think, test the Democratic Party. Because they've decided that they don't want to work with Trump at all, but now they're going to have to work with him to protect the 800,000 people that are part of this program. So I do think there is an emerging consensus where you could have both sides win. Republicans would get perhaps a small piece of the border wall funding, perhaps E-Verify to make sure employers don't hire illegal workers, and Democrats would get a permanent protection for those 800,000 people that are in the program.
Ed, Matt just said this could be a test for the Democrats in Congress. Do you agree with that?
Well, I think it's a test for all of Congress. But look, Democrats have not gone along with Donald Trump on things like his airport ban, his Muslim ban, other issues that marginalize communities. What they need to do right now is Republicans, who, by the way, run every branch of government in D.C. right now. The reason health care didn't pass is in part because of Democrats, but also because Republicans crossed the aisle. They need to come together and realize that this is an issue for a lot of people, not just people who are immigrants, but other people who care about immigrants, people who have immigrant families, people who know immigrant families. And a wall isn't going to fix all of our problems. 40% of people who come here overstay their visas, and no wall is going to fix that. And a wall could cost up to $20 billion, and we still have the problem. What we need is a serious conversation on comprehensive immigration reform, and hopefully this will be the trigger that gets us there.
Okay, Matt Mackowiak, last word here. Do you think Congress can do this?
So I think right now Republicans realize they need to do something here, and I think that's part of why there was this 6-month phase-out, is it was going to give Congress time to work together. I do hope the two sides can come together. It's been very difficult for Congress to do anything the first 8 months of this Trump presidency. But honestly, Democrats are going to have to come to the table. They're not going to get 100% of what they want, but if they want to get anything, if they want to keep protections in place for these individuals, they're going to have to offer something.
Okay, well, I'll give it a cliche, and I'm going to say we will all see. Ed, Matt, thank you both very much for being here.
Thanks.
Thanks.